This is wild. Destiny 2 Edge of Fate may have launched with more bugs and misinformation than any other expansion in Destiny's history. And the third-party sites like DIM, Destiny Item Manager, and Destiny 2 Armor Picker, which are some of the most popular sites for management of your inventory and your builds, are making intentional decisions to not update their third-party sites because all of the information they have keeps constantly changing, creating an absolutely chaotic mess because they update their site to represent what the value should be, but then those values don't match the stats in game. And then when players log into their sites, they think that the sites are bugged, but really the whole thing is just built off of Bungie's insane spaghetti code for this game, mixed with a mountain of misinformation when it comes to how the Edge of Fate works. Let's go into the details here because I think you'll find this just as fascinating as I do. D2 Clarity tweets out saying, if anyone was wondering why DIM and Destiny 2 Armor Picker still don't have cooldown and character stat bonus info, it's because Edge of Fate released almost a month ago, and we're still finding new ways the character stats are broken every week. Exhibit A. When you click on this post, this is a now top trending post in the r/Destiny the game category, and it reads, every stat point does not matter for class regen, which is something that Bungie promised for the new stat overhaul in Destiny 2 Edge of Fate. Previously, if you had, 40 class ability, 45 class ability, then you would be in actuality at 40. It only mattered every 10. So every time you had 43, you actually had 40. If you had 49, you actually had 40. If you had, for example, 78, you actually had 70, right? We were very familiar with this system because it lasted for so long. The new system was meant to reward you for every individual point, which would make the new system significantly less punishing, but it would appear as though Bungie did not deliver on that. I am back with more bugs, with armor stats for Edge of Fate. Credit for this one goes to Boiler from the Destiny Science Discord, who did all the initial testing. I mean, we literally have a Destiny Science Discord now, apparently. I didn't even realize this existed, but surely they are in there absolutely scratching their heads with all of the changes and misinformation that Bungie has dropped with this expansion. It's a good thing we do have people verifying things, though, because obviously you want your builds to work as they're supposed to, as they read inside the game. This one is straightforward. For class regen, every stat point does not matter. Class regen is still using tiers and only changes at multiples of 10, which is just, this is crazy. How does this even happen, Bungie? How do you even launch the Edge of Fate with it still having the legacy system partially integrated into the new system? This is a level of mismanagement and chaos that I can't even begin to understand. And the reason why this is so frustrating at this point is because we just covered the mobility bug in Destiny 2. Bungie admits Destiny 2 player movement speed is bugged after Edge of Fate update. We can confirm that base mobility is bugged. Where we covered in detail how the base value for mobility is not accurate to what Bungie said it would be in Edge of Fate. And if you think that's bad, this is built off of the previous controversy, which is that mistakes were made. Bungie apologizes for Destiny 2 Armor 3.0 stats bug in the Edge of Fate, promises to make it right quickly, which is also built off of the bug of the firing range not giving accurate information, and countless other systems. I mean, it seems like basically every quality of life system that Bungie created in Destiny 2 Edge of Fate doesn't work properly. Like, we're at a level of mismanagement right now that's starting to make Marathon look good. This Reddit post goes on to say, you can see it yourself. Have your class ability at any value ending in 0 to 4 and equip a +5 mod. Your class cooldown in the UI and in actual play doesn't change. You can be at, say, 59, but getting to 60 instead changes it dramatically. And just to be clear, now every point does still matter for flat gain and regen effects, so it still may matter for your particular build. I also do not expect this bug to last long. For those who like pictures, here is a graph and a table, once again made by Boiler. And the replies and other Destiny scientists confirm that this is accurate. And it's because of issues like this that DIM and Destiny 2 Armor Picker are super frustrated. You can even see here, Clarity says, it's far from being my goal to keep shitting on Bungie, but like, what are we even doing here, man? It's at that level of frustration for these third-party sites when it comes to managing the Destiny 2 API and informing and helping Destiny 2 players create builds and manage their inventory. I have never seen it be such a chaotic mess in Destiny 2 before. Bungie seems to be constantly scrambling to put out the fire that they created, and while I am confident that they will get around to fixing this, hopefully within the next week or so, it still needs to go without saying, how did Edge of Fate even launch with all of these bugs? where is the QA team? I think at this point in time, it would be appropriate for Bungie to drop a full lengthy article explaining their exact chain of command and how things like this happen over and over and over again. Because right now, for the majority of players, this is just a level of bugs and misinformation that is beyond the comprehension of the average player. Most people are coming to the conclusion that Bungie is being ran by a bunch of idiots that don't know what they're doing. And you really don't want that to be the optics of your game in the launch of a new expansion. You need to be able to confidently make twids and updates and patch notes and actually give people accurate information on how the game works. It's wild to me that there is a Destiny Science Discord that does better QA and testing than Bungie themselves, and they're not being paid to do this. But the Bungie devs that are being paid a very handsome salary are launching things into the game with misinformation and inaccurate readings. And it's getting to the point now where I think that we should take community members that do the due diligence and do the research to prove that the values and the things that Bungie says on their website in these updates and in these twids, when these things are proven to be inaccurate information, we should one-to-one replace the Bungie dev with the community member. Just take that person in the community that cares and wants to test these things out and give them the Bungie dev's job. Just right off the rip. Just, walk up, whoever it is in Bungie, walk up to Todd and say, sorry, Todd, you were responsible for class regen and you fucked up. Take a hike. Now it's time for Jerry from the Destiny Science Discord to sit in and give it a try. Because it would seem at this point in time that the community members for Destiny 2 are infinitely more passionate about this game than almost the entirety of the dev team within Bungie. I don't think we've ever heard of a story where Bungie has done some sort of internal testing and figured out that they actually need to fix the values of something. They seem to just make the sandbox and push it live, and if the community gives them enough backlash, they'll fix whatever things they messed up. And it's really a bad way of doing things because it basically just turns us, the community, into the QA team for Bungie. And it's been this way for many, many years. This has been one of the biggest criticisms of Bungie in Destiny 2. And it's only gotten worse with the Edge of Fate. Let me know what you think about this situation down in the comment section below, though. And as always, make sure you subscribe to the channel with notifications on. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Later.